Happy day, students. Welcome to San Academy Pallikarnai, Class 9 Biology, Chapter 13, Why Do We Fall Ill, Part 3. In this video, we are going to discuss about diseases and its causes. A disease can be defined as any deviation from normal functioning or state of complete physical and mental well-being. What are the features of diseases? We know that the body is made up of many tissues which combine together to form different organs, and the specific organs support the formation of organ system. If we take the example of digestive system, we see that it consists of buccal cavity, mouth which has tongue, and teeth for mastication, that is chewing the food, stomach for digestion, and intestine for absorption of the nutrients. In the same way, we have skeletal system which enables locomotion, circulatory system for circulation and transportation of nutrients along with the blood, and nervous system for coordination of nerve impulses throughout all body parts. When a disease occurs in the body of an organism, then the body does not function normally in terms of the functions of organs or organ system. We cannot notice the changes immediately if they are internal. So, a disease is identified with certain symptoms and signs. So, now let us discuss about what is a symptom. The symptom is nothing but the manifestation or evidence of the presence of disease, and they appear either in the form of a structural and a functional change in the body or certain specific parts of the body. Some symptoms are wounds with pus, cold, cough, vomiting, loose motions, abdominal pain, headache, fever, etc. We cannot diagnose the exact disease on basis of these symptoms alone, because a particular symptom may arise due to a number of diseases. For example, headache may be a manifestation of problem in eyesight or increased blood pressure, stress, or very rarely it can be even due to meningitis, etc. Similarly, fever may be due to viral infections, typhoid, malaria, etc. So, on the basis of symptoms, we cannot identify the diseases. Coming to these signs, what are these signs of the diseases? They definite indication of a disease are called signs. These signs for a disease are identified on the basis of the visible symptoms. For further confirmation, the doctors generally use certain instruments and laboratory tests to diagnose and confirm the disease. So overall, the difference between the signs and the symptoms are: symptoms, it indicates that the person is having a disease or suffering from a disease, whereas signs inform us about the presence of a particular or a specific disease. Whereas symptoms, it is a collective manifestation of a number of disease of a specific part or organ, whereas signs, it is distinct for different diseases. Now let us discuss about the types of diseases. So, as it is given in this slide, the types of diseases are of two types. They are acute and chronic diseases. So, in order to maintain the health of the body, proper functioning of body is necessary. If a part of the body is affected by a disease, the general health of the body will also be affected. With the passage of time, the disease causes severe effect on the body. On the basis of duration for which a disease persists, diseases are classified as acute, that is short-term diseases, and chronic, that is long-term diseases. So acute and chronic diseases have different effects on the health of an individual. So now let us discuss a little detail about acute and chronic diseases. Acute diseases. Acute diseases are those diseases that occur suddenly, that is all of a sudden, and they last or exist only for a short duration of time and are generally very severe. The person suffering from any acute disease is not able to perform his normal activity for few days, but he recovers soon and leads a normal life. So acute diseases are of small duration and do not cause any major adverse effect on the health. For example, cough, cold, diarrhea, influenza, etc. Whereas coming to chronic diseases are those diseases which last for a long time. Even it can last for lifetime or lifelong. In the beginning of the disease, it is mild, but slowly it develops and becomes severe. The person suffering from any chronic disease feels tired all the time, experiences shortness of breath, poor appetite, and loss of weight. The person becomes unable to lead a normal life. Since the disease remains for a longer period of time, it causes major adverse health effects on the body. For example, tuberculosis, diabetes, hypertension, asthma, etc. We can understand the difference between the two by taking example of cough and cold and tuberculosis. Most of us at one or the other time we have suffered from cough and cold. We get well within a week or little more and lead a normal life, and we go to school and do our regular activities. But when we look at the person who is suffering from tuberculosis, we find him weak and tired, and he is unable to lead an active normal life. And the chronic disease thus cause long term damaging effect on our body. And do you know, the chronic diseases are responsible for 60% death worldwide. And age is also a factor in chronic diseases, and arthritis is the most among the chronic disease in the elderly people. So now let us have a quick look at the difference between acute and chronic diseases. With respect to duration, your acute diseases last for a shorter duration, whereas chronic diseases last for longer duration, even lifetime. Coming to person, almost all suffer from an acute disease at one time or the other, whereas in case of chronic diseases, only some people suffer from it. Whereas effect, in case of acute diseases, there are no serious effect on the body, whereas chronic diseases causes serious effects on the body. Coming to recovery, patients get fully recovered after treatment, but whereas chronic diseases, they do not get recovered fully after the treatment, or they do not get recovered completely. Examples of acute diseases are cough, cold, diarrhea, etc., whereas examples of chronic diseases are arthritis, diabetes, etc.